What's going on, DFS Army, fellow internet crawlers? 3-game slate. Got Mutt on the line with me today. We're going to go through this, I guess, as slow as we can. I mean, there's some injury news. We'll answer a lot of questions today. There's not a whole lot to talk about. It's not a lot of value right now. Jimmy Butler coming back, and we do got some things online. So, yeah. Let's, I guess, get into it a little bit here, Mutt. I mean, what do you think about tonight's slate? You know, I mean, it's 3 games. I'm assuming you're going to play. I mean, it's hard to say from NBA, but it's first glance here, it's kind of rough.
Yeah, there's not much to like yet. Definitely roster construction is going to be hard tonight.
Yeah, I mean, let's first go over the news. The big news on tonight's slate is Jimmy Butler is going to come back from. I think he's having a kid born, right?
Yeah, he had a kid.
Yeah, he had a kid. So that kind of hurts the none and hero value. I still think they'll be in play with Waiters not going to. He's still not with the team. Derek Jones is questionable. Or no, he's out.
I think he's out.
Groin. Yep, he's out with the groin. So they're still going to have to play those guys, but they're not going to be as valuable with Butler back. It also hurts Winslow. He's not going to be having the ball as much. So that does hurt. What other news we got here? We got, I guess, if we go over on the Dallas side, Dwight Powell, questionable with that hamstring. That would hurt Kleber's minutes if he does come back.
Oh, to kill Kleber.
Yeah. And then Kyle Anderson, he's questionable with the calf. If he's out, it does help, Brooks, Hill, Clark, Crowder, but mostly Brooks. You were mentioning him that he got a little bit of
37 minutes last game.
So we have to love that. And then the other piece, Rajon Rondo was questionable with his calf. We'll see more point LeBron, I guess, and I guess it'll make Cook a little interesting if Rondo is out. He can run the second unit,
especially with the lack of value we got.
100%. And then Herter, he's also questionable. Rest back to back, maybe. Again, that just help Bembry maybe run point a little bit more in the second unit. Ball in his hands a little bit more. I like Bembry when he's got the ball in his hands, so I kind of like that. Wasn't supposed to start until noon. My bad.
It is noon.
Yeah, it's noon right now. We shot the gun a little early, Hey, it's gonna happen. What's going on? Yeah, Marley 5-0 in single entry lineups. Jeez, talking about a good start. That is awesome. Thanks, Big Show Brandon. Always love seeing you in here, brother. I need help making a pool. Well, a pool. I always start with the core plays that I like. Listen to what Mutt and Madness are spitting out, and just go from there, man. Like, I think if you're struggling, start with one lineup. Don't try to do too much. I think that'd be my suggestion there. Really focus on one lineup. Once you get that down, then kind of graduate to more lineups or MME, or just even if you're doing 3-max or whatever. But focus on one. Oh, it says Monday? I probably could have changed it. Every day feels like Monday to me, man.
I don't even know what day of the week it is half the time.
No, I don't either. But, let's go in here. Let's just shoot on over here and look at the who we got here at point guard, man. I mean, we got 2 spin-up options, and then what do you want to do with Morant?
Memphis is playing faster, but honestly, I like Murray more for $200 less. Better matchup.
Yeah, Morant 7,800.
Jumped $1,100 in one night.
That's a real hard price to to pay on a guy like that. That's some money. I don't think the matchup, with the Lakers and but I mean, if you're going to pay up, when you see Trae Young at 9,400, I mean, he has been unreal this year. Like, he started off on fire last night, and then what happened? Like, I mean, he started off, I thought he was going to put a 60 burger up, and then that second half, he just kind of petered out a little bit.
I mean, it's pretty much what we kind of predicted would happen, that Simmons' length would be an issue for him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I didn't really play him at all last night, and I'm glad I didn't. But
I didn't. I got nervous, though, at the beginning when he was throwing up.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, I guess that didn't matter. Defense don't matter, apparently, in the NBA. But, yeah, it was definitely the Curry night, and he finally got on track last night and put up a good game. So, but overall, it's got to be Luka, man. Like, I mean, if
50 plus every game.
Yeah, I mean, if
over 60 and 2.
You got to spin up to him. I mean, it's a spot where we have a lot of studs we're going to pay for, and I'm not quite sure who's going to not make the pool, but it might have to be a Trae Young. I mean, if you're going to spin up at other options, you're not going to be able to pay up for everybody. And so
I have him and Luka in my first lineup I put together this morning. Huh?
Well,
yeah,
you must dislike, or you must be going somewhere else in small forward today that are finding some awesome value that I'm not seeing.
I wouldn't call it awesome value.
Because, when you look at, we'll get there, but, and then here we got Nunn at 6,000. Well, it's going to be real hard to pay Nunn. That's a complete fade for me if Winslow coming back.
Yeah, I can't.
You really can't pay for Winslow there at 6K. He's just not going to get the run that we're used to, and he's not going to be getting those 30, 35 minutes. Dragic 6,500. That's another situation. You just can't play these guys with Butler back. It just really throws it all into a loop. So I can't go there.
No, me neither.
Brunson's an interesting cat, man. Because he sees heavy minutes. He starts. He sees. He does a little bit of everything. He's not going to crush. He's not going to put up a 30 spot. But on a 3-game slate at 4,500, he can get you 5x to hit cash value if you were playing cash or even tournament. He might be in the winning tournament lineup because he's one of the safer minutes in this range that you can look at playing. So I'll definitely have some Brunson. We've kind of talked about Cook a little bit. Right.
If Rondo's out.
If Rondo's out, he's going to see some run. He's probably one of the better values down here. Your thoughts on if you're going to look at Cook or Caruso, who would you look at between the two?
Cook.
Yeah, same here. I don't think Caruso's even in that rotation at all right now.
No, he barely played last game too. Especially if Rondo comes back, he's not going to play at all.
Yeah, I just don't think. I don't think we need to play any Caruso, but Cook is definitely in play. We might as well talk about these other guys down here.
Seth is a little interesting. Dallas runs a tight rotation.
They do.
Like 9 guys, and then 10 if Powell's back
the
tonight.
Same thing with Tyus Jones and Curry. They're both probably going to see 18 to 20 minutes. They both could be in the nut lineup, if they can get there. I think this is a spot where you're going to be paying up for one of Doncic and Young or Luka and one of the cheap guys.
Yeah.
I don't think this mid-range you're going to be looking at very much. Thanks again, Brandon. I appreciate you, brother. And down here at Monte Morris, man, he's always a wild card for me.
Yeah.
Because they just have so many guys in that backcourt. Like,
especially in that second unit.
Yeah.
He needs someone to be. He needs like a Malik Beasley or Murray to be out to be viable.
He does. It's one of those things that he'll have random games, but he does need injuries. So
or even like Gary Harris being out too.
100%. Slide over here to shooting guard real quick. Shooting guard, and we have Butler up the top at 9K on FanDuel, man. What's your thoughts on Butler on that? Is this what?
I'd rather play Trae.
Looks for narratives, man. Everybody looks for narratives. And where's this the baby narrative? Are people going to push the baby narrative on us? They just had a kid. Like you people grasping for straws, man. So, but at 9K,
I don't.
You can't do that. I just don't think he's going to come out and smash.
He's not really a narrative guy either. from what I've seen.
Yeah, I don't think
he's kind of like a CP3. He just doesn't care.
Yeah, I don't think you need to go here today. I think this is a spot you're probably going to pay down to save some salary for some other studs that they have higher ceilings and whatnot. So, and it's a drop off, man. On FanDuel, it is a drop off. You're going from 9K. The next guy's DeLon Wright at 5,600, man. I mean, what? That's crazy. Danny Green, 5,500. Everybody
pass.
Thoughts on that guy? Hard pass.
Nope.
Hard pass. Ain't gonna do it. Now, Hero at 5,200, I do have a little interest in, even with Butler coming back, with Jones and Waiters out, because I still think he will get some of the run off the bench more than Nunn will. So,
yeah, he's just a little too scoring dependent for me right now, and he hasn't really been shooting that well. That's the problem.
So, would you prefer the spend out a little bit more to a guy like Gary Harris then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Gary. Gary got a little more aggressive yesterday, especially on offense. Or I'd pay the extra $400 for DeLone and hope he goes off again.
Yeah, DeLon Wright's tough.
That one game is like enticing me.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's GPP though only.
What question we got here? Dragic second unit usage go up? I don't think so, man. I think it's just muddles that whole situation up, and I think tonight's the night where you can kind of get away from the Miami guys in general, and just adding Butler in there just kind of screws everything up. So I would kind of look to just get away from that. Tony with Danny Green. Yeah, man, we ain't talking about Danny Green. I mentioned him. We're done talking about him. Done.
He had his game.
Yeah, nope, I'm done. Everybody else can go back there. Not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Let's see. Yeah, Gary Harris is going to be the most popular. He'd probably be the most owned shooting guard tonight, I would assume, on FanDuel at that price. And then having here, we talked about Brooks a little bit, Is he going to see 30
great pivot off Harris?
Oh, fantastic pivot.
If Anderson's out too, that just makes it even better.
Yep. If we get news that Anderson's not going to suit up, honestly, the Brooks that Harris is probably, if you were going to play single entries, the way you should look at it, I think. I mean, what other guys down here in the 3K range that you'd even look at?
I mean, maybe Avery Bradley, because I think they're going to need him for Ja.
So you think?
So I mean, maybe a couple extra steals defensively, pop a couple threes, and hits value.
He's going to see heavy minutes, so I have no problem there.
And then like Malik Beasley.
Yeah, Malik.
I know Madness liked him today.
Yeah, Beasley's going to be. I think Beasley and Bradley are your guys down here. I don't think anybody else is going to see enough minutes to really scare you off or to do any damage.
And if I had to rank them, I'd go Beasley over Bradley.
I'm with you there. If you're doing single entry or just a few lineups, it's definitely Beasley over Bradley. But the minutes will be there for Bradley. It's just what he'll do with them. Yep. And again, they could rest Herter at all, which would help other guys, but you just one less decision to make in this range. So let's slide over to small forward here, and it's led by the King. 11-3, man. Since you're paying up for both point guards, then what? You just saying, no, I don't want that. I don't want that action. I mean, positional scarcity, man.
With AD though, I mean, I don't see him topping 60.
I don't
for the rest of the year, and then I have Luka for 900 less.
But I guess I look at it this way: if there is now, maybe we could look at it here. Maybe there is some guys here that we can look at that are in that 4K range. Because if Young's gonna if you can tell me that Trae Young and Luka are both gonna put up 50 to 60, yeah, I don't need LeBron because I think there's some 4K guys in here that are useful. But if one of them struggles, then I think you'd rather have LeBron and then these 4K guys. But right underneath him, Winslow at 7,500. We can't go there now, right? With Butler back,
you can't pay that.
It's just a fade, right?
Absolute fade.
You just absolute faded this situation like we talked. Fading the Heat tonight is going to be the edge or leverage play, I think, for a lot of players because they're going to look at those box scores of Nunn and Hero and seeing them just light things up and then not understand the situation. So
plus it's the highest total on the slate right now, but it's like
I just Yeah.
The Memphis Laker game is actually a decent hammer game, if you want to even call it that, on a 3-game slate. But what I saw, I think the Heat game was 223, and the Laker game is 219.
Yeah.
It's 4 points. That's not.
It's not a ton. That's nothing.
No.
And then this is where it gets interesting. I think this is where you're going to make or break your money here in the small forward, at least on FanDuel, is,
Yep.
Crowder down to Reddish, basically, as I'm looking at. What are your thoughts on Crowder, man? 5,600. They'll need him. He'll probably.
It's too much for me. If he was like 5K or lower, he's definitely in play, but almost 6K.
I think I can't take him out of the pool if we get Kyle Anderson out, because I think
agreed there. Yeah.
Minutes, so if Anderson plays, I don't really like it, but if he's out, it does add a few minutes to him. But he is overpriced there. He should be under 5K or right at 5K. Will Barton, man, 5K. That's another rough spot.
Yeah, that's a GPP play.
Yeah. I mean, we all know Barton has upside, but they're just, when that team is healthy, how do you pinpoint their usage on what they're going to do outside of
you can't.
Jokic? I mean, that's
really can't.
So if they're so hard to play, they're all GPPs. Anyone could go off if they get hot. And then down here, I think my favorite play, again, I think that Herder's not going to get a lot of run or maybe get rested here, is again Bembry, man, 4,200. I mean, he just keeps putting up 5x with upside.
Look at DeAndre Hunter.
Yeah, didn't the cap come off him, because they had the soft cap on him?
Yep. Played 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's
and
big. If he's going to
play, Hoarder's out too.
I worry though, are they going to see 30 minutes again? If you can give me 30 minutes of Hunter, man, I'm excited. But don't you think we'll see maybe a little less of that?
I think if Hoarder's out, I think they'll split it between Hunter and Reddish.
I can see that.
But I just see Hunter.
No problem going there. I just think I would rather go down to Reddish at 3,700. But I mean, Hunter's, you got to be in play. I mean, I just wish it wasn't on a back-to-back, and we knew he was going to get 30 minutes.
If Hoarder's out, I really do like Reddish at 3.7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you're going to say Reddish,
if he gets 15, you're at 5 times, and if he gets 20, you're gold.
He's got 20-point upside all day long, and so I can see it. This is where you're going to live in this range, in this 3 to 5K range here at small forward. I think if we're going to pay up at other places where we talk about positional scarcity, there's not a lot of other value that has upside at other positions, I think, and I think so. Small forward's probably what you're looking at. Yep. You don't have, old YMCA Dudley, YMCA Dudley down there. You know any action there? No. You know what?
I don't have Solomon Hill either. I don't know where the hell that came from.
No.
0 minutes first 2 games, 24 minutes the third game.
What was that all about? I can't play Hill. No way. Ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna see that much run. There's no way. And Finney Smith, man, I can't do Finney Smith. 4K, I can't do it. I not when Bembry and Reddish and Hunter are all sitting there. I think those are
no, absolutely not.
So
I'm with you 100% on that.
Oh yeah, no way. Let's slide on over to power forward, where I think there might be one Miami Heat that I'm a little interested here, but we'll start up with AD at the top. 12-3 on a 3-game slate, bud.
You got to have some shares.
You have to.
You have to.
But it's hard to fit him in.
Cash, probably not. I don't think you need him in cash.
No. Nope.
I never play him in cash anyway, but I know people will be drawn to that on a 3-game slate. I think he stubs his toe, he goes to the locker room. So, I mean, you really want that in your cash lineup?
Yeah, 100%.
I don't.
Yeah, you can't go there, man.
Especially with Porzingis at 9K.
Man, he didn't take him long to shoot up in price, did it?
No, he's worth it though.
I mean, it's. Let's see what he's
ran him out for 34 minutes.
I mean, that's exciting. He put up 56 handle points last game against Portland. I mean, when you start seeing 34 minutes of Zingis, you got to get excited. I was curious how long it was going to take for them to run over the 30-minute mark.
Especially with old man Millsap and fat Nicola.
Old man Mitzi's fat Nicola, yeah. A lot of truth there.
Millsap can't guard him on the perimeter. There's no chance.
No, that can't happen. Let's see here. John Collins on a back-to-back 8K.
Can't do it. They like to baby him.
Not when Bam is sitting right below him, man.
Yeah,
That's your guy. That's the one Miami Heat guy you can play tonight.
That's not going to be really affected by Butler.
Nope. He's not going to be affected. It might help him out a little bit. But he's
Draw
not.
some D away from him, yeah.
Yep. That's the guy you play. If you're playing in this range, and if you didn't have the money to get up the Zingis or, to AD, Bam is the guy you look at. And I think he's probably going to be my heaviest owned power forward tonight.
Yeah.
Just with that. Rob J saying Luka and Bembry locks. I could lock Luka on this slate. I have no problem there. Bembry?
It depends on Huerter.
For Bembry?
But yeah, even if Huerter's out, I don't think I can block him with Reddish there at much lower ownership.
That's the thing with locking him in is we do have 3 or 4 other options. So I don't think you can lock in Bembry, but he's got the safest minutes out of all of them.
Yeah.
At that price. I mean, to me, I'd have no problem cutting down my whole pool on small forward to Hunter, Bembry, and Reddish and just moving on and just rotate them all 3 through.
Yeah.
That's one way to kind of get over the field and ownership as well as do stuff like that. Just take a stand on it, man. You're just taking a stand. What's up, Eric? How you doing, brother? Let's see what questions we got. Yeah, he's talking about Cam Reddish. Yeah, I think he'll get strong ownership, especially if Herder's out. He'll be one of the higher owned guys down there at almost min price. So for fading Heat, Hunter should get run at 4,700. Yep, we talked about all that. So, yeah, down here below Bam, man. Jaren Jackson, 7,400. Any love there? Can you keep him?
GPPs, I mean, he's a pivot off of Bam. Bam's going to be highly owned.
Extremely highly owned, yep.
But thing with Jackson, like, he looked phenomenal in the first half of that game.
Yep.
And then their last game, and then he just disappeared. Like, they stopped trying to find shots for him.
Yeah.
And plus, he's going up against AD. So, like...
Yeah, how does he not foul out?
I know. That's my thing. I think, like, I'll put him in, like, if I'm making 150, like, maybe 5 lineups tops.
Yeah. Just
to have a little exposure in case he keeps his shit together. But...
Yeah, true.
It's I don't see any way he doesn't foul out or get into foul trouble really early in this game.
Yep, 100%, man. And then if you think that's going to happen, then you play some Brandon Clark here, 5,500.
Yeah, I love Clark at that price.
Yep.
I like Clark. I like Clark either way. I mean, he's especially if Joval's still on a minutes limit.
Oh yeah.
Like he's going to get in either way. He's going to play.
They're going to run Joval out there a ton. And
he's not that type of player.
He doesn't fit that scheme. He doesn't. No. He's not a runner. You know, Clark runs. Like Joval is just like Gasol out there, where they kind of have to say, "Come on, dude, let's get up the court." You know.
Yeah. Okay.
So I love Clark down here. We talked a little bit about Maxey. If Powell's back, it just kills him completely. You don't even play him at 4,900. Old man Millsap 5,800. It's just GPPs. I can't do that, man. Like I have a hard time going there.
Not with young man Clark.
Yeah,
there.
Not when Clark's below. Clark's the better play. Let's see.
Triple J against Davis foul shot anytime.
Triple J might foul out at halftime against AD, man. I mean, if they really wanted to and they went to take AD down at the block, David, he's so frustrating to watch. Like you watch Jackson play basketball and you're like, dude, this is not like a one-game outlier. You do this every damn game. Like, how do you not understand? Keep your damn hands to yourself. Learn how to play defense. It's so frustrating because he's got talent, man. It's just
he's got all the talent in the world.
It's just it's no basketball IQ 0. Can't stand that watching that guy play basketball. It's just freaking frustrating, man. But yeah, I'm with you. I'm gonna have way more Clark than Jackson on that. Just hope that he does get in foul trouble. 7,400. It's that's a lot to spend on a guy like that. We talked a little bit about Jeremy Grant, man. I think that's a great option down here, especially if people are going to get on Kleber. I have no problem going there.
Yeah, and I mean it's a second half of back-to-back for the Nuggets too. So
yep,
talked about Millsap being old.
Yeah, oh yeah. I think we could see 26, 28 minutes.
Yeah,
pushing 30 maybe if depending on how the game flow goes. And one great thing about Grant is he's got the blocks and steals upside. Like he gets peripherals in a hurry. And
he fits into that system so well.
So well. Any place he's been, he's just fun to watch, and he does a little bit of everything, and those add up, and especially FanDuel, man. They add up in a hurry. The only other guy down here, there's actually two we could talk about. Jabari Parker, man, he looked good yesterday, didn't he?
Yeah.
He,
I mean, he didn't do much, but
yeah, just fantasy point wise, he didn't do a ton, but just
he was flying around.
Seeing him out there at 4,400, I still would rather go Grant, but if it's gonna be you're not gonna get 80 and Bam in a lot of lineups. You're not gonna get. You're either gonna get like a Bam, a Jackson, or Bam, a Clark, or come down to this range. And like we talked about it when we looked back at point guard, there's really only one or two guys that have a shot at getting somewhere, and so the value seems to be at small forward and power forward.
Yeah.
And tell me about the guy you're talking about, Bruno, man.
Bruno Fernando.
Yeah.
He could win you a GPP tonight. He's played like 14, 15 minutes a game, but he's a point per minute monster. Like last game, he played 15 minutes yesterday, 23.8 FanDuel points.
Yep. Couldn't agree more, man.
And if they take it easy with Collins and he gets 20 minutes, he's 3.6K. Yeah, you can get 6-7 times value there.
That's a fantastic
GPPs only.
Because you don't know how much run he's going to get. We're just kind of guessing that on that back-to-back, Collins not going to get as much run. They throw Bruno out there, and it's not like it's a horrible matchup for him. Yeah, man. I mean, 3,600, you got to love that. If he hits 20, 25, it's going to be hard to see him not in the Nuts lineup.
And I don't think he'll be
no ownership.
Like less than 5% owned, probably.
Oh yeah, on a 3-game slate. Think about that. All the ownership's going to go to Grant Parker here. And then, when you got 80 on the slate, he's always going to garner a 3-game slate. He'll be like 30, 35% owned.
Oh yeah.
So let's slide on over to center here. What are you doing with the Joker, man?
Couple lineups with him. MME. He's looked so passive in the offense.
He has.
So far.
Do you think that has to do with all the run he got this summer?
It definitely could be. I mean, he looked pretty good against Phoenix, but
yeah.
I mean, that's Phoenix. So, I just have a tough time paying that much when I have Luka at 10.4. I know it's position scarcity, but I'm playing Luka 99 times out of 100 on that.
Well, yeah, because we got to look down here. Is there anybody in this range that we think can do something? I mean, once we get off him, I don't want to play Joe Vallet. His 20 minutes he's going to see.
He's not going to score 44 fantasy points again in 19 minutes.
No, so
that's completely unsustainable.
I do not want Joe Val. I'm okay fading that. And then we got Dwight Howard right here.
Dwight's interesting.
Yeah. Would he be your highest owned center tonight?
Sadly, he might be.
Or would you look down at Lynn at 5K?
No, I can't. I can't play Lynn, especially on the second half of back-to-back. He's probably not going to play more than 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's the thing is Dwight's got way more upside than Lynn does.
He's a double-double machine, and I mean, what we've seen so far from the Lakers, they're going to be solid defensively, but the place to attack them is at center because McGee just looks lost on defense.
He does, man. And McGee, speaking of McGee, 4K on here on FanDuel. 4K. But the minutes, man. He hasn't went over 17
I think he played,
minutes.
16 minutes
16
last
minutes
game?
Last game, and then 11 and 17. He hasn't went over 17. And he's... It's frustrating because that guy, he can score in a hurry, I don't know.
I just prefer Dwight. I mean, he's the better of the two defenders.
Way better.
He's a beast on the boards still.
Way better. I still think I got to have a little bit of McGee, but it's just minimal. But we skipped over two guys. Powell. If Powell is back at 4,600, what's your interest there?
Depends on if they put him on a minutes limit. Gotcha. That's my only thing.
Yep.
If he plays more than 20 minutes, that dude's super efficient. He'll play 18 minutes and get 12 points, 10 rebounds with a block or two.
And one great thing about Powell is when he's down there, he'll live around in the paint.
Mm-hmm.
Zingas will be out there and he likes to live around the 3-point line, kind of move around, space it out. But that just opens up all them boards for Powell.
Plus Luka driving.
Yeah, he'll see him
dump offs in the paint.
Yep. Yeah. So you got to. That's one thing you have to look at. Sure, one
That's
of us
going to
will
be
drop
tough
it.
to guard with Powell back.
Oh, big time. Yeah, if he's
Get Luka driving in the lane, and you got Powell right there waiting for a dump off, or you got Zingis waiting for an
team's
open
fun,
3.
man. The team is fun. They are fun to watch. Like I love watching them guys play. It's hopefully we'll see them for many years to come, but they're a fun team to watch. Kelly Olynyk, I can't do Jelly O, man. 4,400.
No.
I think he'll garner some ownership on the slate. I don't know. I mean, how many minutes is he gonna see?
See, he played.
He only played
22 the first game.
Yep.
27 the second game, and then 13 minutes the last game.
I think I want a little bit of him if I'm doing 150, because if he does sneak into that range, he's got 6K upside, man.
He won't be highly owned either. He'll be under 10%.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yep. And I think if people see Powell come back, they'll gravitate towards that a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
So he's kind of like your pivot off of Powell. And then really the only thing down here that we have left is Plumlee and Myers Leonard, man. The old ex-fighting line.
Nope.
No, it's a hard no.
Nope.
Hard no. The Plum Dog, man, it don't get you excited playing the Plum Dog? No, not at all. Yeah, I can't do Myers Leonard.
Maybe like 2-3 lineups with Plumlee.
It's a $3,800 Plum Dog, man.
I know.
And he's.
But there's Grant, and if Millsap plays, it's.
I agree. The minutes are not going to be there. But the dude last game,
I know.
he put up 25 fantasy points in 18 minutes. And if you got 25 out of 3,800, it's kind of a crapshoot down here, man, at center, because all these guys have avenues where they could do something. But
yeah,
not even on back-to-back team. Bruce, were you talking about Plum Dog? Is that the question you said? Not even on back-to-back? Because
you're going to talk me into this, aren't you?
No, I'm just saying, like, there's avenues of him being in a winning GPP.
I'll have some shares in GPP.
Like Leonard, sure. No, I don't want any part of that. But Plum Dog, McGee, Olynyk, that's what's tough. Like Powell, like I can see if all these guys at their price, I can see them being in the winning lineup, and then on a back-to-back, if they don't want to run, like you said, you're just ragging on Joker, man, and then being all overweight and can't get around, then you got to throw the Plum Dog out there and let him do his thing. So
all right, you talked me into it.
Okay, I'll throw him in the pool.
I'll have some shares.
Gotta have some shares of the Plum Dog, man. It's always fun when he starts doing his thing.
But if Millsap is resting,
if he's resting, Grant and Plum Dog, I'll have a crap ton of.
Yep.
I'll have so much of them. I kind of hope. I don't know. I kind of hope we do get it and hope we don't, because I'm not going to go heavy, but I'll have some of them. But if he is out, I'm just going to go extremely overweight. Yeah, I won't even have Jokic. I'll just have a ton of Plum Dog. But yeah, man, that's a pretty small slate. Anybody got any questions on what they're doing or what they're thinking? But it's I don't know, talking through it a little bit, I didn't like it at first. I do think that there is a few options that we can go to get over the field here. Like you brought up, Bruno, the power forward, could be a real sneaky play. Small forward to get over the field. Everybody's playing LeBron because everyone plays LeBron, kind of spinning down at that position. So I think there's some ways to go to get over the field, and it should be a fun one, man. I'm assuming you going after any GPPs today, man?
Maybe. Yeah, I say I won't now, but then I know I will.
You will. Matt came in here and says, missed it. Thoughts on Butler? Yeah, we talked about it. It was just kind of a fade situation, that whole front court or that back court. So, but yeah, man. Hog says I joined late. What are your thoughts on Butler? Yeah, everybody wants to talk about Butler. Nope. That's like you said, unless you're buying into it, but at 9K, we just can't do it, man. There's too many other great options to play him. But yeah, man. I think that's about it. Short and sweet today. Are you gonna be able to come on anytime this week?
I think tomorrow, Thursday. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we got a big slate tomorrow, so we can talk about that tomorrow. But yeah, again, thanks for coming on, talking through this. It always helps out. Hope all the viewers enjoyed talking through this. Love your guys' questions. But yeah, if you guys are not part of DFS Army, make sure you get in there. And sheets will be out soon. Who's on tiers today? Are you doing tiers or
Madness?
Madness is doing tiers. And we'll keep crushing, guys. So thanks, and see you tomorrow. Deuces.